Good morning and happy Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday, guys. Who do you got? I don't care. Not because I'm not going to watch the game, and I don't think it's going to be a good game, but I don't have a dog in either one of those hunts. Let's see. If I was pinned down, who would I take? The Dolphins. I know they're not there. They never will be, ever again. Uh, I don't know. Do you like the young gun Mahomes and his incredible athleticism and that defense, or do you like Garoppolo, also relatively young but has been hanging out, paying his dues behind Tom Brady and now makes good with a team that's been a complete clown show for the last five, I don't know, decade maybe. I don't know. Who do you pick? Who do you pick? I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm just gonna call it. I'm going with the Chiefs. All right, there you go. I don't even know what the line is. No idea. But hey, this is Coffee Talk. I got my coffee. I'm talking. We have tanks, and we're going to talk about tanks. Busy, busy. There's a lot of stuff going on, fellas. A lot of stuff going on. First, though, before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody. I don't know if I've done that lately. I say it in the videos all the time, but I just want to say it here on the webisode. Thank you very much for the support of the channel. It's been amazing. We've really grown over the last year, so I'm looking forward to this next year as well. So I don't thank you guys enough, people who support the channel and come to the streams, give me the follows, watch the videos, all of that stuff. So thank you very much. It's been awesome. All right. That being said, the next stream should be 7 February, which will be next Friday. I expect to also stream on Monday. I'm hoping to sneak one in between there, time permitting. It won't be today with Super Bowl Sunday. I got to fix my son's car and my son's truck and some other stuff. Wow, wow for me. Wow, wow. Okay. I finished the IS-2 grind. I finished the IS-2. The IS-2. Where is that bad boy? It's on here somewhere. I have no idea. There we go. Moved the crew already. This is what I had to set up. I did do a video on that, so check that out if you want a first look. Quite a few examples of gameplay. It actually turned into something of a review, but I didn't get into all the numbers and stats. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like that version better than the long version? I will probably get back to it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to play a little bit to get some more gameplay footage. So I don't know. I like that I can get the first look out faster, but I don't like that I haven't maybe delved into it or played it as much. Although, to be honest, it took me 45 or so battles to get this one done anyway, so which is pretty standard for a review. There you go. The reason for all that is I ground it from stock, minus the radio. The radio was already unlocked from something else. I had a good crew. It happens to be this crew that's now in the IS-32, which was the holiday crew. So that did help out. I was running this equipment, optics, vents, and a vertical stab. It does not have a rammer. Some people would probably argue GLD potentially if you're not moving around too much, and large kits with a large amount of gold because of the stock 85s. And you can see I've got the 100s on it right there. How did I do? I got 56% win rate, 1,761 on the damage. Excuse me, is okay. 400 assistance. Some of those numbers are limited a little bit by the fact that I did run at stock, but it did not take me long to get away from being stock. 968 is pretty good on the average XP. When I approach 1,000, that makes me feel pretty good about how I'm playing the game. And like I said, 45 battles to finish the grind, not just upgrade it, but to move on for the 160,000 that it took to get to the IS-32, 160,000 plus, I don't know, 40 or 50 with the modules. Why did it go so fast? Well, right now we've got some times fives going on. We're going to talk about that. You can get those through various places right now. The ×2 dailies, having a premium count, and then having a premium count and using the ×3, I believe it is booster, manageable experience, I think, bonus they call it, and directives. And those things combined, I'm telling you, I was bringing down on a win 8 to 10,000 experience on a win. And that wasn't just once where you have those really great weekends where it's ×5 and you get that one really good win. I'm talking about because it's ×5 with a booster, 8 to 10,000. At least 5 on a win, which is amazing. So, and that's over and over again. We're going to talk about how to protect those ×5s, by the way, while you're doing things like the, what is it called? Dynasty Wars that are going on right now. Because I figured out a way that you can do that, and some of you may have figured that out as well. The point being there is if you're grinding 10s to do Dynasty Wars, you don't want to use your times 5s on your 10s. You'd rather use them on the tanks that you're grinding, right? And if you grind your tanks, then you're not playing the 10s, which is where the most of the points for Dynasty Wars are. We'll get to how to deal with that in just a minute. That's pretty much it for channel news. Stream-wise, I'll see you guys on Friday, hopefully sooner. Obviously, videos during the week. So let's move on to missions and specials. Like I said, there is a lot of stuff to dig through here. Let's dive into this. I'm going to start with Tank University, which is kind of, I guess, replacing the, what was it called? Play Your Tank Right kind of idea, because it's got the 101, 201, on. So what they've done is they've changed it a bit. It looks like it's a week of light tanks to start with. There is a code, danger, danger, pressure active. All right. Interestingly, codes seem to be fewer. There's a couple things that have happened without them, which has been nice. But still, for Tank University, you're going to need a code, so put it in there. All right. It's only 1 week, and you can only do light tanks right now. So it's not like you had them all available all month. But I will say that it looks like better rewards, because check this out. 5 large repair kits, and all you have to do is 1,000 HP assisted. And then you go to 201, there's the next mission, 5 large first aid kits. And you have to spot an enemy vehicle before the enemy spots yours. These are easy. These are amazingly easy. 5 automatic fire extinguishers. That's fantastic. Destroy an SPG or light tank. That's a little bit harder, but okay. No big deal, really. I mean, the light tanks you're going to be skirmishing with them, and you can get in there and kill them off. And if you survive, then you probably get back to an SPG. Very cool. I think it would be cooler if it was spot to destroy or spot to destroy a SPG. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you spot them and other people kill them before you can get in there. Most light tanks take 2 or 3 shots to kill SPGs. But small quibble, and then you get to the exam, and you need 5,000 assisted over any number of battles, and you get colored optics and a camouflage net. That's and 25,000 experience on that tank. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. That's cool. And they're not really that hard, actually. Not really that hard. It looks like it's over the week, so it's not like you have to do it in a day, unless it resets. It can't reset, can it? I didn't read it that close. Wait a minute. Each successfully completed final exam. I didn't notice this. 1 entry in a drawing for a free premium vehicle. The more complete. Look at that. You can complete it more than once. Is it daily? Maybe it resets. I don't know that. Good question. We'll have to look at that when we get to the UI. Maybe it will indicate that in the UI. Interesting. So I can just crank out the camouflage nets and coded optics for a week, if I can do each one of those in a day, or however many times I can do it. So there you go. That's cool. Tank University, pretty good. Lunar New Year is still going on. It is worldoftanks.com, lunarnewyear.worldoftanks.com, and here it is. So I have unlocked all 5 of the elements: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. It was 300 of their fun tickets for each one of those. You can see the number right there. And there's 2 more days left, so I can get the possibility of another, and we'll look at in the UI what I have to do, but they've been really relatively easy missions to get these. I can get another 300, which means I'll be able to grab one of these. And it's a random reward of these things. You can buy more of these lunar tickets like I talked about last week. I almost thought about it potentially, because it's not really that much money, just to maybe get one of these. And then I looked and I remembered it was, you get a random one. Now, if I could pick the one I wanted, I would absolutely have got another 300 tickets, because I'd like to get another Ad Astra. But because it's random, ain't happening, Wargaming. It ain't happening. Just, it's one of those, you have to make your individual decision on what that's worth for you. And I'm not calling it gambling. I just don't want a random chance for something. If I'm going to buy something, then I would like to pick the one that I want. Now, if you're going to give me a box that gives me a worth that the money that I paid you is worth, that was terribly said, a la the Christmas boxes. And then there's random chances for other stuff, and there's a lower chance for the good stuff. I got that. But just purely a random chance, now I get it. That's what you have determined the worth of each one of those is. But I don't like a couple of them, so I don't want them. How is that so hard? I don't get that. All of these should be that way. Pick. This one should be random, because it's a increasing level of goodness. So that 900 is what they've determined 7 days to be worth, and it looks like you could get something more. Okay, I get that, not a problem. I know I'm getting my 7 days, and that's what it's worth to me, and I have a increasingly smaller chance of getting something better. But these two, I'm not even going to bother with that. It's crazy. Well, actually, that's not true, because I'm going to have 300 more tickets, so I am going to bother with this one because I'm just going to have the tickets. Why waste them? All right, there you go. We talked about you can make these, especially this one. This is a cheaper tank. This one's about a wash, I think. Somebody did the math last week down in the comments and said, I think with the right coupon, you can actually get it cheaper through that way, rather than buy enough tickets to get to 2,500. This one, I believe you can probably come out on a slightly better deal than you could just with the discount, as I recall. Okay, Love is a Battlefield, so we're going to go to that. Here we go. Love is a Battlefield is another thing that's going on, and this is from February 31st to the 26th. By the way, Lunar New Year is over on the 4th, I believe. So you have today and tomorrow. It's kind of weird. It's on a Tuesday that it ends. Like I said, 2 more days to get 300 more tickets. Love is a Battlefield goes from the 31st to the 26th. Okay, if you are a veteran and you've got the ID Me, that's a U.S. veteran, then this is going to be exceedingly easy, because there's an extra mission for you that gives you 100 tickets a day. You can get 200 tickets a day. If you do the math, 26, say 25 days. I think it's actually 26 days because the 31st should have counted, I think. I believe it did. So it's actually 26 days worth, I believe, of missions. And if you got just, it's the play a battle mission that gets you 100. And then if you're a veteran, you get another 100. That's 200. And 2 times 26 is 975,000 tickets. Okay, that's just how it works. Is it 52? I believe it's 5,200 tickets. But in any event, 5,200 tickets is well overkill of the 3,000 you need. Now, if you're not a veteran, then you're looking at 2,600 tickets, right? If I'm doing my math right, maybe it's 2,500. I don't know. My brain is starting to hurt this early on a Sunday already. But let's call it 2,600. That means you're going to have to come up with another 400 tickets, which isn't that hard because there's a lot of other missions for less tickets in there. But that's going to require kind of a daily grind to make sure you get to the last level. Again, for the veterans, not really a daily grind, but you can get there faster. For everybody else, it's not the impossible dream, but it will require you to play pretty much every day to get the tickets that you want. Good news is the 100 is just play a game. And a couple more games, you should be able to drag another 40, 50, 60 out of the, we'll look at it in the UI. Another 40, 50, 60 tickets out of it and get there pretty easily. So I've done one. I've only gone 2 days and I've already got 520. That's a good example of the U.S. veteran idea. I can crank the points out pretty quickly. Second one is some equipment. I recommend the medium caliber tank gun rammer and the improved vent, because enhanced gun line drives are not as useful unless you're a big time TD driver or RD player, in which case you probably want to start looking at those as well. Tier 3 is blueprints and large kits. Oh, I did not see that. That's fantastic. I recommend highly the large repair kit because you use those the most. You use those the most. That I wouldn't even bother with the other two. That's just me. Unless you have, for some reason, have a weird stockpile where you've got more not more, but you've got a bunch more repair kits. It's to taste, but really the repair kits are the best thing. This one has me excited. I want those 5 garage slots because I'm going to grab a couple more tanks to get closer to filling my entire garage with every tank, every tech tree tank in the game. So that's cool. Or you can grab a Valentine. You can do the Russian refund thing on that if you got it, sell it, and then get it back with the reward if you would like. I'm getting the garage slots because that's what I need. Tier 5, nice, Bretagne Panther. I do have a review out on that. So check the review replays, the review playlist on YouTube, and you'll find the Bretagne Panther in that. Or 7 days of premium. I'll probably do the Russian refund on the Bretagne Panther. I feel like, I said this last week, one day I'm going to get stung by that, right? They're going to change that policy, and I will not have known it. Okay. Let's move on. I had to go over here and find this before we kept going because I forgot where it was. Twitch care package Mike is out. The Pent Ultimate, is that it, right? I think that's what that means. The second to last. There should only be one more unless for some reason Twitch and Wargaming start this whole thing over again, and I'm not hearing any noise about that. So what can you get? Remember, this is if you have linked your Twitch Prime with your World of Tanks account. If you have an Amazon Premium, what is it? Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you automatically have Twitch Prime. If you didn't know that, you got to just link them so that now you can get this care package. That was a really terrible explanation. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, you can get care package Mike, and you can get these goodies. That's the point. It's not that hard. If you really need somebody to walk you through how to do it, just send me a message. I'm not gonna go through it. It's not that hard. If you can buy something off of Amazon, you can probably figure this out. If you're that challenged, send me a note. I'll try to help you out. You idiot. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of people have different capabilities. We're all older around here, so this interweb thing amazes and confuses us unfrozen caveman pilot. Okay. That's tangent number 1 for the day. Tangent number 1. ELC, Even 90, Lorraine 40T. I had a laugh. Grindler Gaming, Grinny. She's one of the other CCs. I'm not sure where she's from. Speaks like 5 languages, and she calls it the Elk Even 90. She had a video. Good video, by the way, which cracked me up. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it is the Elk. Maybe we're saying it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Could be. Special Loot. You get this commander guy. He happens to be French with a well-coiffed beard right there. Right? Is it coiffed or coiffed? I don't know. I'm not sure. Coiffed is drinking, right? Is it coiffed? I think it's coiffed. You can get an emblem. Yay. These are in a metal. Who cares? Nobody cares. Well, the emblem can go on your tank. 15 strong coffee. People care. Check this out. 10 times 5 missions. 10 times 5 missions. Oh, I didn't mention it. Back on the Lunar New Year, for each one of those elements, you were getting... I need another hand. 10 times 5 missions. And there's been other ways to get them. Very cool. These are very cool. In a day of premium. Find out more. That probably shows you how to do it, maybe. There's rewards as well for playing tanks. Is it still? Yes. Must be playing the captured King Tiger. Hey, somebody tell me down in the comments. Can you still get the King Tiger if you join this now? That's what I don't know. That's what I would like to know that. If anybody knows that has not, say you joined last month or the month before to the Twitch Prime care package shenanigans of Palooza, can you still get the King Tiger if you join now? I didn't realize there's actually some pretty good rewards in this. Have these changed? I feel like these have changed. I didn't know these were all in here. Look at this. These are good rewards. I keep saying this and I never get any feedback. I'm wondering if there's that one guy out there, that one completionist guy who said, you know what, I'm completing every single care package mission that comes out. And I'm going to play the crap out of that King Tiger. I think, yeah, once you do the initial one with the King Tiger, placed in the top 10, I think somebody said you can then start playing other tanks to do it, as I recall. I would be really interested if that one guy is out there. All right, that's Mike. And I think we're going to go back to... the UI. Let's see. The tank mastery missions, the new ones are here. Remember, they're like every 2 weeks or a week. So click on those if you want to get your little emblem. We talked about that. We'll get to the sales here in a minute. There's a lot of stuff for sale. Loves a Battlefield. And let's look at the sneak preview just for a second here. Lunar New Year is ongoing. Dynasty Wars is ongoing. We're going to talk about that not now, but in subjects du jour because there's some shenanigans involved there. Loves a Battlefield is now going. There will be a Valentine's Day special. I just saw a video. Apparently there's going to be a low skin for Valentine's. That'll be cool. Did you know there's 2 skins right now for the Progetto and for the AMX50? I did not know that. I'm going to show you how you can get those. Premium shop offers. Yep, these are all the things going on. There it is, Valentine's Day low. German Tier 8 tank bundles, including a brand new exclusive 3D style Anhalt Leon. That's probably not how you say it. In fact, I'm sure it's not. Tank University, tournament missions. regular stuff. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get over to the UI because I think we've beat this dead horse to death. My God, that was close, guys. I almost forgot to shill. And I won't get my check if I do not shill. Somebody on the forum. If you want a good laugh, if you've been watching me do this CC thing, if you want a good laugh, I know some people don't go to the official forums because it's kind of cancer, but it's not cancer. That's terrible. I like the official forums. I've done my best to try to help to make them a little bit better. But if you want a good laugh on occasion, go watch the regular suspects, the usual suspects, when they start talking about community contributors and just all of the ridiculous. Oh, they're just shills paid by Wargaming. All the so this is for you, forum guy who believes that I am a complete shill. I am now going to try to convince you to buy Wargaming stuff. All right. What you really should do is go to the Wargaming store and get yourself a Wargaming hoodie, so that when you sit in front of your computer and buy Wargaming stuff, then you are appropriately clothed to pay the man. Okay, pay the man. That was tangent number 2. Tangent number 2. This is how you buy the tokens for Lunar New Year. All right, these are the little things. See the little tokens? There's various ways to do it. We talked about last week. You can click on it. It gets you some other stuff along the way. There's various random tanks on sale. The KV-220, the Firefly, pretty good tank. 220 used to be pretty OP. It's not that great anymore. It's been power crept a little bit. Interesting heavy tank at tier. Very weak turret, very strong hull. Kind of bizarre. BC Firefly is a decent tier 6 British medium tank. The Suma, the Wood Metal LT 432, the TS5, the Suma SM Fire. These are all related to Lunar New Year, and we'll give you one of the styles, which you can actually get. Remember when I talked about the elements? Those came with styles. By the way, and multiple people mentioned it down in the comments. When I looked at it, it said 9 of those. I thought it was 9 full styles. They're not full styles. They're element styles that you can do the turret, hull, and gun. So it ends up being enough to cover 3 tanks with the whole camo. If you wanted to do 9 tanks, you could just put it on the hull, and you could get 9 tanks worth of the camo bonus if you wanted. So there's a couple ways to do that. The Pretty Fly is still out there. We got the rack and the prototype dealing with the Lunar New Year, so not a whole bunch going on there. I think gold, same story, nothing really of note. That's the Lunar New Year thing again. It does give you a little bit of gold. 625. I can barely see it. Credits 250,000 and 100 tokens. That's the one I was kind of thinking about maybe buying, or the one right above it. The one that's a little bit more must not have any gold with it. That's interesting because this one's $10. Looks like there's no gold involved, but there is 8 days of premium. Premium account, again, a couple ways to do that. Packages, Lunar New Year, the regular stuff. The cool thing is that your coupons generally work with that. Vehicles, I think we covered all these. There's nothing new really to add in here. Oh, the only one I would add is the 244 is back if you missed that one. But $26 for a tier 6 heavy. That's a little stiff. There you go. I didn't shill. I screwed up. Now I'm in trouble. $26 is the best deal for the best tank in the game. Get your 244. Oh my gosh. Guido is a shill. I don't think there's anything else really to mention. There's a lot of stuff on discount. Look at all this exclusive. Why do I have so many exclusives? It's hard to keep track, folks. It is. Wow. Some of these are the care packages. I have no idea why the rest are exclusive to me. Do you guys see these? Are they exclusive to you? I have no idea. No idea. Wow. Okay. Now I'm done shilling. There really wasn't much to talk about. Let's get into the UI and see what's going on with the missions. Hey, look, here we are in the UI. Missions. Okay. I guess we'll cover this now since I'm here on Dynasty Wars. Wow. This is somewhat convoluted, and you might be confused. I'm going to try to help unconfuse you, although I'll probably confuse myself as we go. The tab Dynasty Wars shows you this is the universal level. This right here has nothing to do with what you're doing other than you've contributed to it. It's not your level. Okay, pal? This is not you. You have not reached the 10th level. This is your level. You are at level 2, or me, and I have 24 points, and I need 60 to go to level 3. So it's 60 for every level, I think. It seems to have kept that way from the first level. I think it's 60 points every level. Wargaming apparently underestimated a little bit what it was going to take to get to level 10, because 2 days into it, Team Dragon, that's who I happen to be on, is done. All right, you can get rewards for your team leveling up to level 10. The deal was you had to get to the same level to get the reward. So I'm at level 2, so I've got the level 2 reward, which is a Dragon Force medal. However, there actually are other rewards. There was a button here which said reward for excellence. What's the one that we get all the time? I can't remember how they term it, but it's the same word. You know, the reward that comes up randomly after your battle? Rewards for excellence or merit. Reward for merit. Rewards for merit. It said the same thing. It said reward for merit. I'm like, yeah, but isn't that automatic, the reward for merit? No, it's not. Not in case of Dynasty Wars. There were some extra rewards for merit that they advertised. My understanding was it would just show up when you got there. But apparently, and those may be there. This is a little confusing to me, but there's a button that shows up here when your level moves up, and you can get another kind of reward for merit for hitting these. These are not all the rewards. There's a medal, there's another rental, so we can have a bunch of people running around in 140s instead of just everyone in a 111. We'll get to that in a minute. Dragon emblem, yada yada. So there's some rewards showing there, but there's other ones. The little button will be there. Press the button, okay? Every time you go up, come in here, press the button, and you'll get something. I got 50. I got one directive. One directive for 6 cents. One directive, and I got 50 bonds, which was very cool. 50 bonds, one directive, and I think I got something else, man. I do not remember. I should have wrote it down. I want to say it was a day of premium, but I'm not. Don't get crazy. I don't know if that was true, but I got some more. There's a button. Who's got the button? Okay, so is that confusing enough? There doesn't appear to be any way here to look at what the rewards are for me individually. Like, what can I get? No, it's not here in Dynasty Wars. It's here in Missions. All right. So now we're in the UI. I just love this. This is my favorite part of doing Coffee Talk, is trying to figure out getting into the mind of the person who designs the UI. All right, Dynasty Wars. That makes sense. It's called Dynasty Wars. I get it. Here's the missions. The daily missions. Most of them are tier 10. Some of them are not. You'd have to dig around on them. Let's see. First lesson, I believe, is anything. Yes. All right. So you can, for 5,000 damage, you get 4 of these bad boys. For 4,000 experience, again, this one happens to also be anything. Doesn't have to be a tier 10. Can it be a tier 10? That's a good question. No, it cannot be a tier. Okay. So these two are tier 9. I think it's 6. Tier 6 to 9. So you can get 12. Very good. Then there's top 5. That can be anything. And then there's top 14. That's 1 ticket. I did 17 yesterday. And then there's first steps, no pain, no gain, final effort. 2,000 experience, then do 3,000 experience, then do 4,000 experience. Math in public, 9,000 total experience base. Then you'll get 10, 15, and 25, which is 50 of these. Okay, and those are in tier 10s. These are all in tier 10s. So you watch, tier 10s. If I come over here, these are, I think, also tier, yes. Once you finish these, then you unlock these two. All right, so a bit confusing. These first two are tier 6 to 9. 5,000 damage, 4,000 experience. Any number of battles. This one is win a battle, top 5, and you get 5 of them. And looks like you can do 1. And that, again, is tier 6 to 9, or 4. Don't quote me on the lower tier. I'm not 100% sure which one it is. So those are all not tier 10. Then you do the tier 10. You do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Then you unlock these two. Okay, these two are only live after these 3 are unlocked. This one just cruises along happily at tier 10 and gives you 1 point every time you're in the top 14. And do you have to win? I don't think so. I don't think you have to win as long as you're in the top 14. Is that confusing enough? And then if you want to, after you do these kind of big ticket items, you just want to cruise along. If you can get top 1 experience at tier 10, you're getting yourself 10 tickets. Pretty good. If you just can get yourself in the top 5, you're getting yourself 5 tickets. But remember, those don't unlock until you do these experience dudes right here. All right, is that confusing enough? Now, you might be saying, well, what are my rewards? Good question. They're here. I don't know. And they're called season rewards. I wonder if that is just the placeholder for, because this is in place of ranked battles. I wonder if they just put them here and didn't really reword the heading, because season rewards doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's Dynasty Wars. It should say Dynasty Wars rewards. I don't know. That's none of my business. They are called, in ascending order. They are placeholders from they are placeholders from ranked battles. Because wasn't it called Qualification Division 3, 2, and 1? They were. Oh, that's lazy. Anyway, those are the rewards. So I have to get to advanced 3 levels. It's hard to see, but there it is. So at level 3, at level 5, at level 7, and at level 10, you'll trip this reward. And these are good, man. Bonds, look at all the silver, bonds, gold. 10 optical calibration. So a bunch of directives, 10 large repair kits, large first aid, large of those, directives. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So 3, 5, 6, 8,000 or so, 7,900, something like that. So very strange numbers on the bonds. Why is it two? Can I just ask why it's 2,050? What? Is it double? No, it's not double. It didn't go from 11 to 22. It went to 1475. Seriously, what? Is there a specific monetary breakdown that they're using on bonds? Like, okay, this one can only be worth $35. Here's what all the things are worth in here. And it just happened to make, on this one, it's going to be worth $50 or $20 or whatever. I don't get it, man. Why is that not $1,500? It's not a big deal, but isn't it weird? It's just weird. It's strange. Anyway, there you go. That is Dynasty Wars in a nutshell, right there. I think I covered what I wanted to talk about on that. Let's see. Yeah, reward for merit button. Do not forget your reward for merit button over here. All right, press it. It's right there. I should have waited till I did the video to press it, but I was so curious. Curiosity killed the cat, folks. I just had to know. I had to know. All right, we said we'd talk about a couple other things in here. Here's the Lunar New Year thing. So today's is top 5 and twice. What experience? Yeah, you got to do that twice. That's cool. And then the last one will be, oh, that's kind of hard, actually. 8,000 experience. And the Jimmy kick is at the end. Why is the last one so hard? It's only one. It's not like it's 500 tickets. What? The Year of the Pig. Yeah, that's about right. Just kick you right in the groin on the Year of the Pig. I mean, it's not like. Oh, wait a minute. That's why. I was just about to say it's not like that 150 trips anything significant, but it does. Look at this. If you get 1800, you get all these goodies. That's why on Monday you have to grind out 8,000. Oh boy. There you go, guys. There's Mike. We talked about that. Tournament missions are still going on. I'm telling you, there's a lot of crap going on, isn't there? Watts Salute that's been going on for a while. This has been a great deal. It's going to April 1st at this point, looks like. These are more extra experience going on for you. And that's actually pretty cool because now I'm getting extra experience for the tier 9 I'm grinding, right? Because I'm on the IS-3-2. There's another little bonus thrown on top of everything. This is the tank rewards. Like I said, there's the 100. There's the Watts Salute 100. And then you've got all these smaller ones, 40, 20, 20. And these are all broken out by tiers here. But check this out. Here's some different ones. If I get Brothers in Arms, hey, play platoons. I get 50 for Brothers in Arms. That's... God, can you farm that? I think you can farm that. All right. I hate to say this, but when you're getting towards the end of your battles, start throwing out the platoon invites and find the guys that have enough kills. Oh, jeez. Okay. I would disable. Have they done that? Have they disabled those rewards for dynamic platoons? That might be true. I don't know. I don't think they have, because people still ask. I still look at it. They're asking all the guys at the end of the game that have 3 or 4 kills to get together. I almost always ignore that, because that just seems cheesy to me to farm a medal after it's already been won if you can get enough people. But there you have it. I'll leave that to you. There's the semester, the light tanks thing we talked about, the university. And there's the rewards and the things you got to do, and then other missions. Okay, let's talk real quickly about this ×5 thing. Because I have... Why is it not showing me here? This should show me how many I have. I have 34 of these left. Okay, I told you I was going to tell you how to protect them while you were doing the Dynasty Wars. Because you're going to want to play tier 10s and you're probably grinding things you would rather use the ×5 for. Now this only works if you have a good number of tier 10s. However, if you have some tier 10s, I have a lot of them. Only play them once. Because this ×5 does not work on the first game of the day because it uses whatever it is that day. The ×2, the ×3 if it's a weekend, or ×5. So if you just play the tank once, move to another tank, you can protect these and you won't burn them. You can protect these and you won't burn them. So there you go. If you hadn't thought about it, that's the best way to do that. Clearly, that only really helps if you've got a big garage and a lot of tier 10s. That does not apply to everybody. I do get that. Kind of a bummer. That you will be burning ×5s if you're playing the same tier 10 over and over again, trying to do the Dynasty Wars. There's no other real workaround. All right, let's move on to subjects du jour. Well, all right, not a whole lot going on subjects du jour wise. I will talk a little bit about the Dynasty Wars. I thought the UI was a little convoluted, but that's fine. You know, it takes a little bit. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's not fine because I spent 20, 30 minutes dicking around with it trying to figure out what in the actual F was going on. And that's probably bad. And I have a lot of experience digging through this and figuring it out. I can only imagine a brand new player looking at that and his eyes going cross and just passing out in his chair. You know what I'm saying? And I think what ends up happening is they ignore it. I will tell you that I have the same experience in World of Warships when I try to start digging around on all their missions and can't figure it. Whatever. I just move on. I don't care. I can't deal with it. Sounds like a personal problem. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. But I don't know if it has to be that convoluted, to be quite honest. On the other hand, I am extremely excited and happy that they're doing stuff, which I think is pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff going on. Now, Dynasty Wars in particular had a failure to launch. That took a lot of wind out of my sails. I came home on Friday. I had some time in the early afternoon before we went out, and I was going to knock some stuff out. I even thought about streaming and doing some things. So I sat down and I played, and I realized the things weren't working. Went over to the forum, Yep, not working. No real information. We got one note from Crazy Boop. Actually, I think he answered a few more times, but it said, "Hey, it's not working. We're working on it." Okay, got it. And I played a few games and I just went, whatever. I got other stuff to do. I don't. It's not working, right? I went, it's not working. Well, guess what? I think it was working. It was not showing, but it was keeping track of what you did. So I basically lost a day. I basically lost a day because my assumption, what happens when we assume, was that it also wasn't tracking the progress. Well, guess what? It was. So I had a day where I only made about 17 points or whatever. End of the world? Not really. Can I catch up? Yes. Was it did it just burst my bubble and get the sail out of my, the winds out of my sail and the sail out of my winds? You bet. You bet. It took the sail right out of my winds, guys. Oh, listen to Guido cry. He's so upset. But I don't know, man. It just sort of it left a taste. The other thing that irritates me. Can we talk? Can we talk? Can I cry? Is there a shoulder? Can I have a shoulder? I need a shoulder. The other thing that's irritating about it is the time gate. Not the fact that it's relatively short. I like that. It's the time gated. You can only play from this time to this time, and that's when Dynasty War counts. Why? Seriously, why? What? What? I can't tell you how many people I've seen write, well, this sucks. I play in the morning. That's my time to play. It's a 24/7 game. It's a 24/7 game. You have people in all kinds of schedules and all kinds of time zones. An international game, and it's time gated for a specific region, which I get it. We're NA and we're roughly on the same time, but it's still a pretty big region. And time zones being the way they are, we have 6 or 7 of those in NA at least. And then we have people reaching over from Europe, people from Southeast Asia. Why is it time gated? That is so stupid. It is. It is. I think maybe the mentality of, oh, this is basically ranked battles light is probably where we got there, but I don't even like that for ranked battles necessarily. Although I guess I do understand a little bit more why they would do it for ranked battles, kind of making it the prime time thing and all that. But I do not like time-gated stuff within the day. I just think it's crap. It is crap. I don't think it's crap. It is crap. It is crap. Well, there. I'm done. I'm done with your shoulder. Thank you for listening to me and making me feel better. Making me feel better and get it off my chest and all the crying and the whinging. Hey, 3D style. 3D style for the Progetto and for the AMX50. Did you know there's a 3D style for the Progetto and the AMX60? Only reason I know, well, I knew they were coming. I'd seen the information on it, and I'd actually seen pictures of it. But I didn't really pay attention to how you get them. I figured, well, I don't know, there'll be a linked to Dynasty Wars, or I don't know. Well, guess what? They just put them into the store. they're just there. So watch this stuff, guys. Watch this garbanzo. We're gonna go here. We're gonna find our AMX50, and we're gonna go find ourselves a new style. And we're gonna go to preset styles and check it out. There it is. They just dropped it in there. That's the style. The Yvon Rahon. The Havon Haron. I don't know. Somebody pronounce it. I can't do it. I'm sure it's very nasally in French. I love you, French. I love you, French. Is that? I love you, French people. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. Thanks for saving our bacon back in 1776. Appreciate that. It was actually before that, but whatever. All right. 5,000 gold? Seriously? What is... Hold on. Hold the phones. I still have my page open up. How much is 5,000 gold worth? Where's any amount of gold? Come on, we got to do this quickly. Quickly now, quickly. There it is, any amount of gold. I want... Oh my god. Are you actually serious? Do you know how much 5,000 gold is worth? According to Wargaming? $23.56. I have a small tear coming out of my eye. Wargaming, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious with a $23 skin. I am gobsmacked. Wow. Wow. What's the Progetto one? Is it less? Did they pay did they pay less money for the Progetto one? I bet they didn't. It's a 3D skin, fellas. Wait a minute, it's not Italian. It's not Italian, you dope. It is Italian, but I was in the French, you dope. All right, there we go. What do we got? What are we paying for this bad boy? There, where is it? Oh, there's Safari. It's $12 or whatever. What exactly is this monetization scheme? Why is that? The tier 10 the tier 10 3D style is worth $23, guys, and the 3D style for the tier 8, well, it's only worth $12. Let me know what you think down there in the comments, man. I do not get that. I am actually wow. Now, I will say, and I do understand because I've watched the industry and I'm involved in it a little bit in the gaming industry and how these things go down. They had to pay somebody to build those. They had to pay somebody to build this one, by the way, right? This model, okay? So then you build a 3D skin, and I've heard them say, well, it's more expensive than you would think. Well, I imagine so. Because a good 3D modeler who can get her done quickly and then integrate it into the model in the game and all the other things that have to go on, it just doesn't happen. You can't say, I am not on the side of the people who are always saying, well, it's just pixels, it doesn't cost anything. Well, horseshit. It does. It costs a lot of money to develop this kind of thing, especially at an A-level game. A minus? Sorry, just kidding. A-level game. It is. It's one of the biggest games in the I was going to say in the nation, but in the world. So yes, I get it. It costs money, but I am pretty sure you can sell it for considerably less than $23 a skin and sell more and make more money. I would love to see how many of those they sell. I think what might be happening here to some extent is they are counting on this kind of thing up here. People have spent or have so much gold from the good deal of Christmas that they might look at that and go, whatever, 5,000, and it will never even register in their head that that's $24 worth of gold. Because really they got that gold for $5 or $10. So, but that's a lot of kind of internal head math to do while you're doing these things. And I do that once in a while because I'll just retrain crews with the gold. But in my case, I got a bunch of boxes from Wargaming as a community contributor, which is why I'm flush with the gold. And that gold will be gone by the time the year's over. But because I'm creating content, continuing to do the community contributor thing. So they've allowed me to get that stuff, so now I can continue to promote the game and be a community contributor. But for somebody who's just spent their only hard-earned cash on this, that's the kind of calculations that are going to have to go through your head. I'm going to leave it. Let me know if you got one of those things. I suppose that at $12, it's sort of approaching reasonable for me. The tier 10 price is an outrageous joke. That I'm just going to come out and say that 2,500, yeah, okay, that's in the ballpark, and it happens to be in the ballpark of a lot of their styles that they have. I've said it before though. I think they charge way too much, both for their premiums and for a lot of their styles, and it's all really cool stuff, very cool stuff. And I wish it was a little bit more not approachable, but a little bit more in reach, a little more reachable for people, and not so expensive. I don't know. That's just me. I don't want it for free, guys. I get it. It costs a lot to make this game, but I think your monetization in some cases is completely out to lunch, and in this one case is an absolute joke. I mean, not even close to reasonable. Not even close. Even if you showed me the math that's what it actually costs to make that, then find somebody else, because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. Anyway, let's see. I wanted to show you guys something with. Did you know there's a special for retraining, which is actually pretty dang good? So there, I just beat up Wargaming. Now I'm going to say, holy cow, what a freaking great deal this is. If you want to increase a skill, remember how you can do that with free experience? I've got 595. This I think is related also to all the free experience that's probably in the game that they're trying to get out of the game, because they can then take that free experience and have people turn it into skills for crews. So they don't have free experience sitting around. That then creates a scarcity for free experience and makes people more interested in grinding things to get free experience. So they need you to use it, right? That's the background kind of idea there. But so it is a good deal right now, though, because if I wanted to bring this guy up to 100,000, if I wanted to bring this guy up to 100,000, 100%, it would cost me 81,250 free experience right now on his recon, I think it is. So yeah, guess what it would have cost me before today? 324,000. So guys, that's a good deal. It's 1/4 the cost, and I think it's just this weekend. It's the special for this weekend. So if you are in the market for using some free experience to boost guys up, and I'll find one place I find that very useful is new crews that are getting close to 6 cents, and I'm tired of getting spotted and not know it. You know, say you're at 80% or so. That first skill, it's pretty cheap. Just boost that commander up to 6 cents, and you'll feel a lot better about playing that tank with a guy with 6 cents in it. So for the newer guys who have some free experience built up, that is a use for it. And because it's so cheap, you're not really crippling yourself on unlocking modules and things like that. It's to taste. Each person's going to have to make their decisions on what they want to use their free experience for. But if you do need a couple crews boosted up to 100% on something like 6 cents, that's frankly the only one I would do. Maybe Brothers in Arms to get a crew up who is close and you're tired of waiting. Then there's an opportunity right there. The other one is for people like me who have lots of free experience and lots of crews. You may be able to boost multiple crews up because you're not worried about using it for modules, things like that. All right, that was a lot. What else we got? I think that's pretty. Oh, hold on. Last thing. All right, so I was looking around an Armored Patrol. I was aware of this that I'm going to show you. I've been aware of it for years, but hadn't paid really close attention to it until recently, I think. And you can see that I've got what used to be and is generally a Clan Wars reward tank. I got it for bonds out of the bond shop. I did not earn it in Clan Wars, the M60. There's a lot of other really good tanks. The FV for one, the 907, a few others that are highly sought after tanks. There are also tanks, regular tanks that you might want to grind up to get to at tier 10, and people don't have the time. I've spent obviously a lot of time playing this game, and I've got all this stuff, but that was what I did. There's other ways to do it though, obviously, and that's what we're going to talk about real quick. Not because I'm promoting this in any way, shape, or form. I want you to be careful about it. Let's put it that way. Because I'm going through the Armored Patrol and I come upon this little ad right here. And it says guaranteed Clan War rewards. Okay. Interesting. It says all these can be yours. Overtank.com. Oh, wait a minute. It helps if I actually show you. Here we go. Armored Patrol. You like that? I'm not even going to edit that. I'm leaving it in. This is how the sausage is made, folks. This ad right here on... Now, the nothing against Armored Patrol or any of the other blogs, because this is part of the monetization scheme. It's not that they said, hey, let's advertise these guys. The algorithm finds stuff that's related, that are advertising and obviously get a lot of hits. This one is apparently does. All right, so these guys are basically a boosting service, and there's an interesting conversation that, and this is a bit old. It's over on the Watt Labs forum. It's 4 years old, but basically, this guy contacted these dudes, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially, what it gets down to in here is he says, "Hey, did you know this is illegal?" So do you know your services are illegal? And the guy answers, "Well, it's not illegal." Well, true. There's no law against it, but it is against the terms of service. So by illegal, we're splitting hairs obviously here. He's saying, hey, in the game it's illegal and you can get sanctioned. And the guy's like, well, it's not illegal. It's perfectly legal. Okay, noted, dude. It's got it. It's against the term. You're not going to jail. Got it. You can lose your account. You can lose your account. And the reason I'm sort of bringing it up now is because I'm seeing so many mediocre players with these high-level tanks. The 279 early, the 260. Now the 260 you can eventually get to just by spamming games. The 279 requires some skill or some unbelievable luck. Usually some of both. And not unbelievable luck, but good skill and some luck on occasion. There are ways to use your whatever the free thing's called, the free pass. Can't remember what they're direct. That's not a directive. Whatever it is, to use those to get by some of the missions. So yes, with a little bit of thought, you can get there. But you look at some of these counts and you're thinking, how on earth he can't even play this thing, let alone how did they win it? Clan Wars is kind of similar. You just need the time. But again, usually it's the better players that get it. So not everyone who has one of those did it this way. But clearly these boosting services, this one in particular, are doing business, which absolutely blows my mind. It really does. And I guess I get it. You know, if you've got the money, why bother? If you want to play the tank and you feel like you want to play the game and you want to get to high level and you got the money and don't have the time, there is a price point at which you don't care, because whatever it is they're charging is a joke to you. Are you a joke to me? Or am I a joke to you? Are you a joke to me? I don't know. Am I a joke to you? That kind of thing. So here it is. Look at all this. Partners. They're on Facebook and Twitter. You can buy any kind of thing you want. Oh, guess what? They do World of Warships as well. I don't know, man. That is the weirdest thing. That is just, it's crazy. This is a fairly entertaining thread right here. It's a very old thread on Watt Labs. All you got to do is Google Overtank. You're going to find all kinds of stuff. I mean, they're all over the place. I don't know what the prices are. I didn't dig into it. I don't care. I'm not trying to help these guys at all. I think they suck. But what are you going to do? Like they said, it's not illegal. It's against the terms of service. If you get caught, and I'm sure they have accounts shut down all the time. But I kind of wonder exactly how they do it, man. Do they bot up to certain tanks? No, they take your account, so that doesn't matter. They take your login and your account. I guess they use all kind of masking for IP and stuff. I mean, if you're smart enough, and I'm assuming they are, then you can really hide this kind of thing, especially from just casual scanning by Wargaming. And if Wargaming isn't really that interested in digging into it, because frankly it doesn't really affect a whole bunch, you and I go as kind of dedicated gamers. It's bullshit. But you know, at the end of the day, is it really worth Wargaming's time to really just do a seek and destroy mission on stuff like this? Even if they do, it usually pops up somewhere else in another way. But I just thought that was a really interesting thing. I just noticed this. Why is this emblem cut off? That's weird. All right. That's random tangent number 97. Oh, look. I moved that thing over there. Oh, man. I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. The coffee's run out. That is all I've got. Friday stream. Hopefully one in between Friday and today. Enjoy the game if you're watching it out there. Go Chiefs, I guess. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not a blowout. You know what I mean? Don't use Overtank. Earn it. If you want something, earn it. Or, like me, buy it with bonds. Some of you are probably like, Guido, I don't know how you're any different. That's a Clan Rewards tank, and you got it for bonds. And you didn't do Clan Rewards, so shut up about Overtank. Hey, I am nothing if not hypocritical, all right? Being a human, that's how it rolls. That's all I've got. Thanks for your support, guys. I'm going to wrap this up, edit it, and send it out. See ya.